The middle class has long been celebrated as the epitome of the American dream. But today, many families are confronting stark realities of diminishing financial security and growing economic disparities. So what's behind this decline, and where did the term middle class even come from? Historically, the term middle class emerged during the 18th century around the time of the Industrial Revolution. It described a new group of people who were neither wealthy aristocrats nor poor laborers. Fast forward to today, we still use this term, but it's generally defined by income. To be considered the middle class, your household income should fall between $50,000 to $155,000 a year, depending on where you live. Now let's dive into why the middle class is shrinking. First, let's talk about the growing wealth gap. The rich are getting richer, while the poor, and increasingly the middle class, are struggling with stagnant wages that don't keep up with the rising cost of living and asset prices. This disparity means that owners of assets are reaping almost all the rewards in our economy. Next, there's a housing crisis. We're seeing a trend where new housing developments focus on luxury apartments or low-income housing, and leaving a significant gap in affordable options for the middle class. Even mobile homes now cost over $100,000. That is so crazy. Consider this: just a few years ago, a household income of $65,000 to $70,000 could buy you a home. Today, you need around $120,000 to afford an average home due to rising prices. And that's not all. Home ownership also comes with high HOA fees, property taxes, and insurance costs. In some areas, you can pay $1,100 a month just for these expenses, even if you own your home outright. This brings me to a more personal point. My family and I have experienced this firsthand. We used to live in states like Massachusetts and Maryland, but we found ourselves priced out of the housing market there. Cost of living was just too high, making it difficult to maintain a middle-class lifestyle despite earning decent salaries. That's when we made the move to the Midwest. Now, while it's true that salaries out here aren't as high as in places like Boston, the low cost of living here more than makes up for it. Housing is much more affordable here, which allows us to live more comfortably. We're thriving here because we can stretch our income further. Those who can secure a good salary in the Midwest, it's a place where the middle class can still find stability and even flourish. Many middle-class families, often referred to as ALICE, asset limited income, constrained employed, can't afford basic needs like food, shelter, and transportation despite working full-time jobs. In many parts of the country, it takes an annual salary of $100,000 just to break even. More people are resorting to living with roommates, in RVs, and even in their cars because they can't afford rent, even with what used to be considered a middle-class salary. Rising housing costs, stagnant wages, and high home ownership expenses are squeezing out the middle class in many areas of the US. How many of you are feeling squeezed by the economy? Comment down below with your experiences. I'd love to hear from your thoughts and stories. So what can we do about this? It's essential to explore strategies for managing a middle-class income, including prudent financial planning, budgeting, and alternative income streams. Flexibility and adaptability are key to maintaining a middle-class lifestyle in today's ever-evolving economic landscape. To recap, we see a growing wealth gap, a polarized housing market, escalating home ownership costs, and the plight of ALICE. These issues are driving many to unconventional living arrangements, as well as highlighting the need for effective financial management strategies, which I have talked about in many of my videos. Addressing the decline of the middle class requires both individual strategies and broader systematic changes. It's not just an economic problem, but a societal one that demands attention and action from all sectors of society. While the challenges we discussed are real, I believe that with time and the right effort, our economy will become more affordable for everyone. But until that day comes, it's crucial to find ways to grow your income, whether through additional skills, side hustles, or smart investments. Don't just take the hits, take action, get involved in your communities, and advocate for change, and make decisions that can improve your financial situation. The actions you take today might just pave the way for a more secure future, both for yourself and those around you. Thanks for joining me in this discussion. If you found this video helpful, please like and share and subscribe. Let's continue this conversation in the comments below. What are your thoughts on the challenges facing the middle class? Until next time, stay informed and take care.